Let me give it to you. Whatever you need, I got it. You need to know anything you need, just ask and I'll provide. Whatever you want, I got it.
Hey. Good evening. Welcome to Looking for Love. We're here every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New U Nation Network YouTube channel. I'm your host, Trey Kearney. This is my co-host,
Lamar Hall.
Hey, Lamar, what's up?
Not much. Feel like I've been gone forever, man. You miss 1 week. It feels like a month.
I know, it feels like forever. So how you been since we last saw each other?
Good. Just working. I was in New York. It was jam-packed. So, but got a lot done. Feel good. I'm coming on the backside of it. So doing good. How you doing?
I'm good. Everything's good. Running around, taking Jermaine to school. Had an episode today. He attacked me at school. Oh, yeah, but they was ready for him. So they was like more concerned about me. But guess what? I was like, do I need to take him home? They was like, no, we deal with this all the time. They was like, no, you don't have to take him home unless you want to. If you want to, I said, no, I don't, because I don't want him to think because he had an aggressive behavior, he's going to get out of going to school. They was like, we agree. They took his butt right inside. And then they let me know he was okay and everything. But it'd be those moments that it take me time to come back. It's a lot when you see a kid like that. But we fine now. And they was like, I'm sorry. And I was like, y'all don't have to be sorry. And I don't want y'all to feel sorry for me because this is my real life. Like, this is my life. But everything else been good. The numbers is growing. Thank you to all our viewers. You see that?
I did. I seen that.
Thank you to all our viewers. We appreciate y'all. We can't do this without y'all. So if this is your first time here, here's the rundown of the show. We do our What Would You Do segment, where we answer our viewers' questions that they send in to us. Then we do our Let's Sip on That, where we do our celebrity relationship news and the liquor be strong. We do not sip the tea. We pause the liquor. And then we do our Beauty and the Beast segment. We give you a health and wellness tip for the week. And here's our disclaimer. When we give you a health and wellness tip of the week, make sure you ask your doctor before you change anything in your diet, before you change any medication. This is only a tip for you to take to your doctor to get permission to do it. And then we do our final thought, and then we hope that you will come back next week. So we are going to get started with our What Would You Do segment. Boom. You ready?
Ready.
Let's go. I need my glasses because y'all know I can't see. Generation X, baby. We can't see. My husband's first love passed away. This is the girl he went to the prom with. His first sexual experience was with her, and they were together for 8 years. He mentioned in the past if college hadn't separated them and her dad really not liking him, he probably would have married her. I told him I didn't feel comfortable with him going to the funeral. He went anyway. I'm trying to process why that was more important than my feelings. Help me out here.
Cannot be that insecure at this age that you, first and foremost, you are jealous of someone who has passed. Shame on you. So you should understand this person is no longer here. It's part of his past. And let that man mourn in a certain way. I mean, as long as he's not being disrespectful, but you don't make it difficult for him. It's not worth it. You know, this is the time that a woman can show favor to a man. There's certain times that we become vulnerable, and how you really handle a situation says a lot about you and how much you love and respect us. So
I disagree, sis. I'm not saying you don't gotta be jealous. She did, but I'm gonna say this: nothing should come before the husband and the wife. If there is a problem, nothing should be more important than his wife's feelings, especially for a person who's deceased. And I get it, that was your first love and all that other woo-woo, wee-wee, and all that other stuff. But her feelings as his wife should have come first. He could have sent flowers to the family or condolences to the sister, whoever was involved with it. Sorry about the loss, but no, you have a wife. When you take vows with somebody, people need to understand this. Nobody comes before the husband and the wife. There should not be a rift in their house right now, because when she said, I'm uncomfortable with this, like she said, why was his dead ex more important than his live wife? So that's a conversation. And I always suggest, it's me and Lamar all the time. There's some underlying issues here that we may not know about, because this may not be the first time that he dishonored you for somebody else. Because I can't see this being the first time. So I would say that you guys probably need to go to couples counseling, therapy, coach, because this could put a very big wedge between y'all, because now she don't trust him. Now she don't trust that he's going to put her first. And I agree with that. Like, if I said to my husband, you don't need to go to her funeral. Like, y'all ain't been together for how many years? If they broke up in college and we're Gen X, y'all ain't been together in what, 20, 30 years? What you need to go for?
But what is going to say? It doesn't say he loves her. I mean, she's no longer here. So
it does say he loves her. In the end, it says, because she said, he's made the comment in the past that if college hadn't separated them and her father didn't really care for them, he would have married her. Oh no, you're not going to that funeral. Let the ashes be blown in the sea.
See, that's what happens when men tell too much. See, that's why we don't talk a whole lot. You see, you get used against you, man. You open up.
No, it's not getting used against you.
No. You already used it. You already said it.
But that's like saying the one that got away. Like, that's
true.
why Cassie, and that was the final straw for Cassie and Diddy. Because he posted that video. I remember this clearly. I remember this so clear. And I was like, they're going to break up after this. And he said that my soulmate, the love of my life, I'll never love another woman like you. Nah, some stuff you don't tell a person that you're dating. This person was my soulmate, the love of my life, and had this not happened, so I'm a consolation prize. So Lamar, if we're dating, listen, if we're dating, right, and you tell me this person was the love of my life, and they left because I cheated, or they left because, their parents didn't like me, or college separated us, but if I could have, would have, should, I would have married her. So you're only with me because option A, behind door number 1, don't want you?
Well, listen, when you put it like that, no, we don't want to hear that. So that's why you don't tell the person. But we all are consolation prizes.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not. Because
I wanted Rihanna. Now she got 3 babies, and I wouldn't touch her.
No, see, that's different. That's different when it's a stove. Rihanna.
I wouldn't touch her with a 10-foot pole now. She could be like, hey, hell no.
Why? Because she got kids?
Yeah, 3 little kids. You crazy?
That's crazy. They're going to be grown one day.
But
anyway, you just tuned in. If you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. We're here every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And right now you have clicked into our What Would You Do segment. If you are enjoying this, there is a button underneath that says thank you. You can click on that button and you can donate. You can donate change or you can donate dollars. We take it all because it keeps us going. It's a button that says thank you on the bottom of your screen. Click on it and it'll give you options to do whatever you like to do. So we're going to get to our next question because we got some good celebrity stuff that we need to touch on this week. You're going to like this because this just, my husband won't agree to me having relations with someone else because he can't get it up anymore. I was honest with him instead of going out to cheat. I love my husband and I want to stay married. However, I have needs that need to be met, and why should I suffer because he has ED? I do not want to be emotionally attached to anyone else. I get that from him, but I am missing the physical part to where I'm fantasizing about other men. I really don't want to cheat, but what else am I supposed to do?
Hey, this is a common thing. This is why men's health, guys got to take care of yourself, man. That's what my health and wellness, I try to put it all there for you. You got to go to the doctor. You got to figure this out. But in lieu of that, I don't know the age difference. If he's 60 and she's 45-ish or something like that. these problems are gonna think. That's why I started dating younger. This is the number one reason why I stopped dating younger. So, because I was like, we're gonna both get old together. Fuck that. You ain't gonna be looking at me like I'm going out to party tonight and I'm sitting in my chair or some shit. Nah,
What if they're both the same age and he just has ED? Because I'm 55, I still got needs. Like,
well, I'm just saying that's this. I mean, this is why things of the lifestyle, why they are growing. It is a growing community because one person cannot perform. Once that person realizes, it's like, this isn't about love. This is about fantasy. This is about fulfilling a fantasy. This is about everything but love. Love to me is taking care of me when I'm sick or make sure the house is clean. And isn't that that's the love thing? You know, having sex with each other. That's
no sex. No, wait, just let's hold up. Let me just hold up. Let me help you out, sis. Let me help you out. You have no right to ask your husband if you can go sleep with somebody else. That's number one. This is your husband. We're not talking about boyfriend, girlfriend. It's your husband that you took a vow with to love, honor, and cherish, the richer and poorer, through sickness and in health, till death do us part, right? Listen, and this is me. There's parts of the Bible that talks about long suffering, right? Where people think that long suffering is cheating and all this other stuff, but that's not what long suffering is. Long suffering is not when somebody's doing something to you and they can control it. Your husband has a medical condition, and I want you to put the shoe on the other foot. Just wait 1 second, Lamar, because I see you. I want you to put the shoe on the other foot. If you got diagnosed with some type of cancer, ovarian, or some type that you can't get rid of, and it's affecting you in that way, or you had to go through some type of treatment, dialysis or something like that, and your husband said, because you have a medical condition, I'm going to go sleep with other women. I'm sorry. Why should I suffer because you got a medical condition? It would be something different if it was something he was controlling, if he was rejecting you, neglecting you. But this person has a serious health issue. He has erectile dysfunction, and we don't know what it's from because we don't know if he has sugar diabetes. We don't know what his situation, if it's hereditary, but I talk about this all the time. Go get you a dildo with your husband and use that. You still gonna get the same result. Get you a rose. What are them roses? They call them rose. With your husband. Don't go zizzing off by yourself. Don't do that. That'd be a whole other problem. But go get you a rose, a vibrating dildo, whatever it is that you need that y'all can use together, because it's still an erect penis. He just needs to learn how to use it and be on top of you and still touching you in other places, rubbing on you, enticing you and all those other things. Because why you need another body if you're just looking for something hard?
All that sounds great. That sounds like an adult conversation, but that's going to require two people being an adult, not one person being an adult. So
you don't get to play the victim here because you decided to marry somebody. When we marry somebody, we're going into this knowing that.
I get it.
We're going to get older.
Yeah, it's going to happen. So, but those conversations need to be had, case off.
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
I'd rather have it, when we're both young and functional. They listen. I think anybody that's been married, going to get married, or going into their second marriage, if they listen, there should be a nice list of opening questions you should be asking.
Right.
The person sitting across from you in a very subtle, polite way that you can learn a lot about a person.
But real talk, these are just conversations of. But this is the thing about it. People always want to take the vows and say the vows because it's pretty and it's cute. We at the wedding, we got all of the roses and the flowers and all our family. And you want to take the vow. You want to say through rich and poor, through sickness and in health. And you want to say all this stuff. But when it show up, you don't want to do it. You said through sickness and in health, boo. I know she said it in her marriage. I know she stood up there in front of the preacher and all them people and said through sickness and in health, and just like women who want to leave men because they don't got money. You said through richer or poorer. You said if you ain't have no money, you was gonna stick around. We have to stop making vows, and men and women, we gotta sit down and talk to each other and say, hey, what if this happened to me? What if I get ED? Would you stay with me? Would you cheat on me? Like, we gotta have these real conversations, because these are really things that are happening to us in Generation X. Like, we really are not only men, but women. Like, are you going to have a wandering eye because my titties going to sag and stuff going to start falling? Because it's the truth. Like,
what's going to happen? I mean, I'm sorry.
Dry up.
My whole thing is you got to fall in love with me. And if I can't count on you to wipe my butt, then you ain't here.
But that's the conversation. Because see what you're saying now? Now, he has a medical condition. If she said he was cheating, and this man's sick.
Well, I mean, he needs to first get it diagnosed so that there's medication that he can take. There's things that he can do. He can get his diet together, and
I'm sure they did that. And I'm sure it's like,
I mean, there's a whole bunch of holistic things that can be done. And what we talk about them all the time that men should be doing. As you get over the age of 50, you should automatically incorporate a lot of this stuff into your diet.
Before you get 50.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, before you get 50. I mean, do the homework. But, a lot of guys don't take their health, serious. That's why the bigger the belly, the shorter the willy. Just real talk. I mean,
watch out, ladies, when you see that big belly.
That big old belly, run, because he ain't seen his willy in a minute, and it ain't working properly. So.
Oh no! If you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. We are here answering our viewers' questions. What would you do? Put your comments in the chat. If your wife came to you and said, "I would like," what do you call it, Lamar? A hall pass?
Yes.
I would like a hall pass because you have ED. What would you do? How would you feel? Put it in the comments right now. We'll post your answer on the screen. What would you do if your wife came to you? Or what would you do if your wife came to you and said, I want this? Or what would you do if your husband came to you and said he wanted a hall pass? That's our next question for next week. Should a hall pass ever be given to anybody? So we're going to get to our next question. I don't believe in hall passes. So if you're looking for me, if I'm the love you're looking for, just know, I don't care what's going on with me. You ain't getting no hall pass. I don't care if I lose a leg. You ain't getting no hall pass. Nothing. You can't even have a hall pass when I'm going. You just going to be by yourself. That's just me. No, you can't move on. Be lonely.
I got a spot saved right next to you. Come on, get in right next to me.
I'm going to tell my friends.
They're going to dig me up and put you in right next to me.
I'm going to tell my friends, if you see him with anybody, you sabotage, you mess up anything. I don't care. Mm-hmm. So let's get to our next question. I met this woman on Match. I'm assuming it's .com.
Yes.
We had so much in common. We talked on the app for close to 5 months just to get to know each other for who we really are. We both felt like this was going somewhere. We finally met in person and the magic was still there. After the second date, she came to my place and we were intimate. She ghosted me after our second sexual encounter. She literally disappeared on everything: Facebook, Instagram, hell, even LinkedIn. This really hurt me. How do I just move on? Woo! What'd you say? The bigger the belly, the shorter the willy. Was the willy whack?
Sounded like the willy was whack.
Was the willy whack, man? Listen,
brother. Listen, it happens, man. Listen, you don't know. You can't bat 1,000, brother. Listen, everybody has a few fumbles in their archives, and if they don't, they're lying. It happens to the best of us. So that's why you gotta punish them when you can.
Oh no! No, he didn't mean that. I know. What would you really say? Like, seriously, to me, I hear his ego is a little crushed, right?
He's a man. Suck it up, buttercup. Move on.
No, men have feelings too.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit though. I do.
I can't.
No, it don't know. Suck it up and punish the next chick.
Well, you can't punish her if the willy was whack.
Hey.
I mean,
Hey, listen, I got a buddy of mine. I won't say his name, but I got a buddy of mine. He's like, he knows his limitations. I was like, dude, why you only mess with this group of women? He said they think my thing is huge. He only messes with a certain demographic of women.
What? He don't mess with black women, do he?
Clearly, he does not. He's like, nah. He messes with Asian women.
They probably don't think it's big either. They probably just tolerant. They're a little different now.
The average Asian guy isn't a big dude. A tall Asian guy's like 5'7", 5'8".
But that don't have nothing to do with his penis. Is that they can't have a big penis?
Don't
That's
make me
stereotype. I didn't say that Asian.
Don't make me the expert on penises. I only know of one, and
I'm just saying.
I would think it's somewhat height proportion. I'm 6'6", in height weight proportion. If you're 5'6", you're not gonna have a 6'6" penis on a 5'6" person. I don't care what you say. I don't care what God did or whatever. It's like, let's just take another part of anatomy. Hands. My hands are big because I'm 6'6". There's not gonna be a 5'6" guy with the same size hands as mine. Okay, so you just use the appropriate anatomy that you want to compare.
So you're saying that men 5'6" have? I'm not even gonna say it, have small penises.
All I'm saying is, if you're a betting woman and you had to bet all your money on which one of us had the bigger junk, I'm not saying that it can't happen. Either way, it could go either way. But if I was betting all my money, this is what I would bet on.
Wow. Let me just say to him, just really, I feel bad for him. I feel bad that after 5 months of getting to know somebody, let's have some empathy and compassion for somebody. Like, seriously, because these people are really asking us these questions. So we're being serious right now. We're having empathy and compassion. After 5 months of getting to know somebody and they really like you, y'all really like each other, and then y'all meet, and y'all still really like you, and then you sleep with them, and after the second time they don't show up no more. That's hurtful. And I just gotta ask them, is your house clean? Because we could take some things off the table, right? Is your house clean? Number one. How's your hygiene? Number two, do you smell good down there? I mean, I don't know what y'all did to what extent. Where do you live? Like, these are all the things that women are going to look at. It's not just the penis. We're going to come.
I thought they slept together twice, though.
They did.
Okay, so the first time she probably gave him some grace, and then the second time
she probably didn't want to hurt his feelings and ghost him the first time. Even if his house was dirty, maybe she said, maybe I took him by surprise.
I think as people, we all have to really, at this age, do the hard look in the mirror and say the things to yourself that people aren't going to necessarily tell you. I mean, and those are tough discussions they shouldn't hurt your feelings because you've already had that discussion. You got to look at yourself and say, hey, would my hygiene turn somebody out? Are my nails dirty? Is my place not clean? Right. There's a lot of things that go into it, and maybe you haven't been dating, and this is part of the game. So it's just, you got to take the lesson out of everything you go through. And
that's what I'm saying. I don't want him to think that he has a small penis or a whack willy or it wasn't good or whatever. But like you said, we need to ask ourselves all these questions. Was my house dirty? Was my balls sweaty? Like, what else could have turned it off other than the fact that I wasn't desirable in bed? Because we don't want him to feel that way. True. But if none of these things were the question, none of these things are the answer, then you probably need to work on your.
He's probably not going to get the answer to it, but he just has to assume that it is something of that nature, and he will have to do some self-evaluation and really have a hard look at himself. It's not for him to get validation from anybody else. This is time to you to sit in front of that mirror and look at yourself. Would you date you?
Right. I would.
I would too.
I would date me.
I would love me. I would love me. Come on.
No, and I'm just so serious for all. This is for each and every one of us that ever been ghosted. This is for all of us that ever tried to figure out, wanted closure to something. Let's just ask ourselves, when the person was around me, how was I? What is it, like you said, what is it like being on the other side of me? And that'll help us out a lot. So we're so sorry, but don't think, because most, and you can speak up for the men, I'm just assuming, most men would immediately go to the fact that it was whack. And that's worse than having a dirty house.
True. But I mean, he's probably of the age. I mean, like you said, now, I mean, you bring the logic to it. Could be a lot of other things, but we all have to look at it as this love, and it's a game out here. It really is. And you got to know how to maneuver and how to move around if you want to be successful. Either you're walking around and you're a wolf or you're a sheep. And it sucks that yeah. So, I mean, it sucks that you got to have this mentality, but that's the game that's being played. And if you don't want to play the game, you don't have to play. Don't participate. But if you decide to play this game, your outcome of being successful is going to depend on how you maneuver. And you're going to have to look at and take some of these lumps. The lumps are the lessons to make you stronger for the next opportunity. So you just like,
one of my favorite books is The 4 Agreements. And the first 2 agreements are: don't take anything personally and don't assume anything. That gets me through a lot because, sometimes it's the simple things like you waiting for somebody to call and they don't call. Then you take it personally and then you assume, oh, they probably ain't called because this, that. And it don't be, it's never what you think it is. So don't take it personal. Don't assume. She might call you. Somebody could have passed in her family. It could be anything. She could have been going through something when you met her that she wasn't willing to talk about with you, and something a man from her ex could have came back.
That's why you should have 2 or 3, so you don't worry about.
No.
You don't worry about that. You be like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't call you 2 I didn't even notice, girl. And I took up. I would deal with these other motherfuckers. Like, hey, I appreciate you. I appreciate the break. I thought you would just give me a break. Like, damn.
No. For real, seriously, don't take it personally, like I said, because anything could have happened. And it's kind of suspect because she blocked him on everything. So,
no, I mean, she made a choice. I mean, listen, you gotta. If he does the work on himself and becomes that man that most women want, he's gonna do it to somebody.
Oh no.
It's just part of the game. I've done it. I mean, it's just like sometimes you just go, they might say something. I don't have to put up with that. You got options. But that's
us as adults, Generation X, us as adults, Generation X, let's be courteous and have the conversation. Like whatever it is, like her just saying, you know what, this is not working for me. And, I would rather us just be friends, but it's not nice to do that to somebody.
It's not nice. Sometimes it's just warranted because I don't know.
No, I'm just saying it's not nice to do that when you were online for 5. It would be different if they met each other and it was 2 dates, but y'all built something. You liked him, he liked her. Y'all thought this was going somewhere, and then you do that, and you sleep with him, and then you just don't say nothing. I'm not saying that sometimes, like, I don't believe people ghost you when there's a breakup and they don't answer the phone anymore. That's setting a boundary. Just disappearing on somebody, and sometimes you got to be thankful that they just disappear because some people are just cowards and they don't have the balls to just tell you it's not what it is. So at our age, at our big grown age, we're talking about 45 and up, we should be able to tell people, I had a great time with you, but this is not it's not a romantic direction for me. It don't have to be me. I'm just not really feeling you like that. But I really think you got a cool personality to hang out with. We can go get beer and pretzels, but the other stuff ain't gonna happen with us. So if you're listening, man up, woman up, and just tell a person, I'm really not feeling you like that. It's cool. We had a good time. I thought it was chemistry, but after we slept together, it really wasn't. And that's just a really vital part of relationships for me. That would have been a better way to do it. Like everything was gelling, but the chemistry wasn't there. And we slept together twice, and I just wasn't feeling it. So, it might have been a hot dog in the hallway.
There you go.
I learned that from you.
Hey,
Maybe she ain't had no walls.
That's a bad one there.
Yeah, so if you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. We every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New You Nation Network YouTube channel. If you are enjoying yourself, hit the button beneath that says thank you. Give us a donation. It keeps us going. It helps us pay for editors and all different other things. So, hey, Theo. Theo said, Lamar, why did I know he was going to say that? You need options. Because you already know Lamar. We thank you for tuning in tonight, Theo. We thank you to everybody who comes in and supports us. And Theo is our host on the Woman to Woman show on the New You Nation Network YouTube channel on Monday night. So make sure you tune into that. And if you're enjoying what they're saying, make sure you give them a thank you in the super chat. So let's get to our Let's Sip on It. Let's get to our Let's Sip on That. Our Simply Relationship News. And what are you drinking, Lamar?
Nothing. No alcohol. I'm on 2 weeks. Yes. No, I haven't had any alcohol in 2 weeks.
I'm not drinking either, but I do have some rose. Dang, what was it? Tulsa rose tea. It's for stress. Because I had a little bit of a stressful day. It's still extremely hot. I've been sitting here for a long time. I burnt my lip earlier. But it is it's good. It's good for stress. So let's pull up these. I know you're gonna like these ones, Lamar. First of all, let's talk about this. Right? So, Remy Ma and Papoose are online. Hold on, how did I do that? Are online going back and forth with each other about the divorce that, I'm waiting for you to sign the papers, or I'm waiting for you to sign the papers. And then Remy going on talking about he broke and Clarissa is taking care of him. And it's just a hot mess online. So have you seen this, Lamar?
I just saw, what was it, Lil Duval making jokes about it, talking about, he ain't coming back. Just, I don't know. He always comes across like he's a good dude. He held it down when she was in jail, and I don't know where it went wrong, but hey.
He said she cheated with this dude that's on the screen.
No, well, but I'm just saying. She, why would she cheat on a dude that held it down like that? So I don't. Whatever.
Just because a person hold you down in jail, are you supposed to be a slave to them or a prisoner to them for the rest of their life if they're not a good person in a relationship when you get out? Is that
no, I'm just saying. He said, she went to jail. He waited on her, which I give him credit for that. Most men wouldn't even do that. So he did it, and she cheated. Okay, cool. It sounds like he's moved on. He's in a better situation, and she's kind of coming across as being a little bit bitter. So, I just wouldn't. If I were him, just move on, man. Just don't be arguing with her. Just
when did men become Mitches? When? Because we live in a society right now where and again, we're Generation X, and they not young. Remy and Pepper.
No, but this is the generation of young men that were raised by mostly single women. A lot of these dudes don't have fathers, so kind of situation, like me. There was no father in the household. So you are emotional at a young age until you grow up, or you have the interaction with grown men, and that usually doesn't happen till later in life for most Black men. So that's why you'll see.
Most men don't bicker back and forth, though. Like
these younger guys do, but you're 35. The 35 and under, he's probably like 36, 37. He's
older than that. Remy been out with us.
They're right. They're right in that group. So, what I'm saying is that all of these young men, that and I was one of them as well, raised by single moms, and it is what it is. But
he's 47.
They too old to be acting like that. Then see, that's what I tell you.
A man, like I can understand. And Remy, I'm not excusing your poor behavior because you ain't got no good friends. I don't know where your good girlfriends are, because my friends will be like, if you don't put that phone down and go somewhere, we're gonna have a problem. But a 47-year-old man going back and forth on social media is so corny to me. And it's like, and again, I'm not excusing Remy's behavior at all, but and the two people that they're with are not good for them. Because trust me, if Papoose was my man, he would not be on social media ranting and raving, because I would be like, bae, what you're not going to do is entertain her, because this is how I feel and this is what I know. When two people go back and forth, y'all are still emotionally invested. And I'm telling you from my own experience with one of my exes, because I don't, they probably are watching. But anyway, with one of my exes, they won't know what I'm talking about. But when I was done, I was done. When he would try to have text wars, when I was done, I was done. When I didn't want to be with him no more, I wasn't going back and forth on texts. But when I still was emotionally connected and I still like the attention, and most people who are emotionally involved still are emotionally connected, men and women, if they can't get positive attention from you, they'll do anything to get negative. They'll do anything to get your attention. So y'all two going back and forth. Y'all still want to be in each other's face. Mm-hmm. And if that was my man or that was my girl, I'll be like, listen, if you want to go be with that, then go ahead. But what you're not going to do on my time is sit on his phone. And she talking to him while she on the live, right? We was booed up. So how was I trying to get with you 2 days ago? And you as a man, what's his name? Easy, the block captain. You sitting there talking about, yup, we was laid up.
What is he? See, I mean, they always go to the next rapper, the next this, the next that.
And both of y'all carrying, the woman is carrying Papoose from what she's saying, and she carrying the man. So both of y'all need to get your whole entire life together and get off the internet. Just take us out the group chat. Nobody cares anymore. And the only one that I give grace to is Clarissa. That's her name, Clarissa. She's a boxer, Clarissa, but she young. She acting the way she's supposed to act, because I remember I was emotionally charged when I was young, and I was doing all kind of dumb stuff, riding up on brothers and going to people's houses. I was doing all that stuff when you young, but when you 47, nah. I don't care what she say.
Man, I guess I don't care that much. I'm a jerk of a boyfriend.
No, and it's not even that. It's a level of maturity where you get to a point where I'm not arguing with nobody. You want a divorce? The papers are signed. And she said, no, you didn't sign the papers. No, you didn't sign the papers. It's a courthouse down the street. We could all go right now. Like, y'all still emotionally connected. And Clarissa and Easy, y'all are in the middle of a mess that y'all never should have stepped in until the divorce was final. And that's what I'm going to say about that.
Hey, give me another one.
Yes, let's pull up your boy.
Why is it got to be my boy?
Because it's your boy.
I don't know. Who's my boy?
Pull up your boy.
I don't know.
Hold on. Let me bring it back.
Oh, no.
Your boy. Right here. Let's talk. I know you want to talk about this.
Oh, man. I feel sorry for this young man.
I know you want to talk about this. Your boy. Let me just read the stats on him. Let me just read. Travis Hunter, who was selected by the Jacksonville Jaguars in the first round of 2025 NFL Draft, married Leanna Leaney on May 24, 2025. For their nuptials, Hunter gifted Leanne a Mercedes-Benz AMG G63 Brabus 800 worth $642,000. Travis Hunter's NFL rookie contract, after being drafted by the Jacksonville Jaguars, is projected to be a 4-year deal worth $46.6 million with a signing bonus of $30.5 million, according to Yahoo Sports and other sources. The deal also includes a team option for a 5th year. He didn't sign a prenup, Lamar. That's what they're saying.
I mean, he's, some young men are just put on this earth to be suckers and be taken advantage of, and she clearly got her good lollipop. So, I mean, all I say is his mannerisms are questionable, but they're indicative of the generation of these young TikTok boys wanting to dance and act feminine. These are continues, this is the feminization of young boys. He is the catalyst for this. So
and he's friends. He's really good friends. I heard with Deion Sanders. So.
Oh yeah, they're like really good friends. But Deion Sanders' daddy is in his life, and Deion's daddy has authority over his son because he's been there. Travis Hunter's daddy is in prison. He don't have that influence over him. Did Deion look at his son and be like, "Son, leave that young lady alone. Shador, leave that little lady alone." Wow. That's the power of a father being there all the time.
And it was something I said a few months back when everybody was, bashing this young lady. And I saw his mother with her. Like, they were friendly. Now, listen, sometimes I observe and I see something different. Now I believe the mother was saying, keep your enemies close. You know what I'm saying? Because with these young people, and I have to say this about my own children, with these young people, the more you tell them not to, the more they do. The more you buck against them, the more they gonna go do exactly what you told them not to do. And I don't see no pictures of his family, only her. I don't see nothing of them. And I'm like, that's strange. Because where is your mother who was at the draft holding her hand and all these other things? And now she's non-existent. Like something ain't right. So do you think that she married him? You don't think that this could just be like she loved this boy?
I think she cares about him, but I mean, I don't know to what depth. I mean, like I said, that generation there, them young people, 23, 24 years old, it's a toss up, So, but I mean, she's been in it, for 5-6 years now. So they've been dating for quite some time. So she feel like she's put up with it just as much as, as the work that he's done, unfortunately.
I'm just really like, and I'm saying this, and she might have said this to him too, but this is different for me at 55 than the 24-year-old that's getting $46.6 million. Like there's a big difference than with a prenup, right? Because I wouldn't marry a man at this point that wanted a prenup. I just wouldn't, because if you can't trust me, then I don't want to marry you. But
But at 23, 24, he should, right?
Right, definitely.
I think if I show up and I say, hey, my name is Lamar and I got $46 million, you should sign a prenup because you didn't have $46 million. And just because I said hello to you does not entitle you to my
No, I don't want your money. If we built something at our age, if we built something at our age, right? Knowing that with age comes wisdom, right? And we could talk this out. With age comes wisdom, right? If we built something and we were together, I'm not saying we got married, you got 46 million, we got married in 2 weeks. We were together 3 years, now we decided to get married. I would think that you should trust your discernment, that you would trust me and you wouldn't have to get a prenup. Now, the difference between me and you as 50-year-olds and them is we all know at 23 years old, we didn't know what we wanted. We don't even know what kind of person we want. We don't even know who we are as a person. So there's a chance that both of their feelings, not only her, you might not like her living with her. Like you've been dating her. She don't live with you. You might wake up in 6 months like, this bitch is crazy. Like, I'm not doing this. And I'm not even saying it's her. Like, oh, she gonna get up one morning, have her kids and be able to. He might wake up without a prenup and say, oh my goodness, I'm 27 years old. I know what I want now. This is not the woman for me. She was my first love, the first piece of booty I got. And if he had a prenup in place, it wouldn't be so bad. So I'm not even thinking like she's a gold digger or whatever. I'm thinking their level of maturity that we've all reached now, that we know damn well the person that we was with at 23. The person we were at 23. I don't even like the person I was at 23. I was immature, doing stuff, running around, running amok, and all that other stuff. So this is a hard lesson.
Well, he's gonna learn. It's gonna cost him millions of dollars, but I mean he'll learn.
But let's think about this. We have a prime example. Kobe and his wife, they got together and everybody thought the same thing. And they was good. The only reason why they're not together now is because he died tragically.
Well, she swindled their family out of all that money. That's
She
another
ain't
story.
swindle nobody.
And she did. His mama and daddy died poor. Don't get me started. Vanessa's not a saint.
I didn't say she was a saint, but she didn't owe them people nothing. Kobe wasn't
his mom and daddy should not want for nothing.
Well, that wasn't her decision. That was Kobe's decision.
I don't care. His daddy died poor. His mama's still alive. She's poor. His sisters and brothers. That's not
Vanessa's fault.
She can write them a one-time check, $10-20 million.
They didn't even like her. Why is she writing them a check, Lamar, and they don't even like her? They didn't want him to marry her. It wasn't nice to her.
It's the right thing to do.
It's not. You
got $400 million and you don't want to give your dead husband's parents who are struggling $20 million?
No, because he wouldn't. I would honor my husband. I'm sorry. And I feel bad for them. But we got to be careful how we treat people. You never know. You don't treat the janitor bad just because they're the janitor. And then you find out they own the building. And you're like, oh, I didn't know you were the janitor. I would have never treated you that way. No, that's not the way this thing works in life. I'm sorry.
No, his parents had every right to protect him.
Protect him?
Yeah, from her. She was a pariah. They don't know her from nobody. But where their parents made the mistake is once the children were born, they actively did not take the role of grandparent, which created the problem. They easily
created the problem.
And they should have. Imagine if your son was the number one player in the country and he's gonna make millions and millions and millions of dollars, and this little girl is all snuggled up to him. You're like, hey, hold on. No.
He made his just like this boy right here made his decision.
Right, but what I'm saying
he made his decision, and then after he made his decision,
his father was like Dion. It's the same scenario. His dad was a professional athlete. His father tried to help him. He rejected it because he was just in love with her. Where Dion's son is going to listen. Kobe didn't listen to his dad.
And they ended up being happy.
That's to be determined. I mean,
determined. They ended up being happy. No matter, they went through some stuff like all people go through stuff. Kobe did cheating thing. They made it through that. They have wonderful kids. And the only reason why they're not together is because he died tragically. And when he passed away, him and his parents were not speaking because they did not mend the fence after he decided, this is the woman I want to be with. Like it or lump it, but I'm not going to pick y'all over my wife. And like I said at the beginning of this, with the woman who said, going to the ex-girlfriend's funeral, nobody comes before the husband and nobody comes before the wife when you become one. The Bible says you leave and cleave. You leave your parents and you cleave to your wife. And if your parents can't honor and respect your wife, then I'm sorry, to hell with them. If my husband's parents and I have not done anything, and my husband has decided, this is the woman I want to be with. Y'all ain't got to like her, but you got to respect her. But if you can't respect her, then I'm sorry. This is my wife. These my kids. So y'all think that she's supposed to give y'all, and y'all ain't meant no offense, just give us some money because our son died. What? I'm sorry. Just like Jay-Z had that thing where they were saying, loaning your cousin $800, and everybody took that out of context. Like, he was like, no, like, why do we think that somebody's supposed to give us their money who are working extremely hard? Like, Jay-Z and Beyonce worked for every dime they have, right? They both came from nothing. Both of them came from nothing. Now, because you're my family, because Lamar, you Jay-Z's cousin, he should just, because y'all got $20 billion, you should just give me $8 million.
Can't take it with you. You figure that shit out halfway when your ass gets old and you're just sitting on money. That's why
But why should people give you their money?
I'm not saying you deserve anything, but I'm saying at a certain point in your life, you understand this money ain't gonna make you happy and it ain't gonna reserve you no space wherever the hell you think you're going. So, get rid of it. Money is a tool to create an experience that you want to have. That's all it's for.
Right.
So,
that's what they're doing. They create experiences for them, their children, their parents.
The experience is whatever you want to create. But what I'm saying is just to stack it up and to put it in a room and just look at it. Hey, listen, or just hey, this is how much I have.
But they're not just stacking up. So listen, let's just say the scenario. They worked their job, right? So I'm a CEO of a company. You're a singer. Your singing career takes off because you're working your ass off and you're doing everything you need to do and you putting out brands and stuff. And I'm a CEO over here and I'm making $300,000 a year because that's the path I chose. So the path I chose makes me billions and I owe the world.
No.
Because that's still their job. They still got to get up. They still got to rehearse for shows. They still got to come up with the concept for their liquor. They still got to do these jobs that you could do this too and make your own millions.
Everyone's not created equal. I mean, as much as we want to think that, but it's, opportunities are given. If you have a certain amount, I don't think people, and we throw around, I saw somewhere, we throw around this thing billions too easy and not understand the concept of how much time or how much money that is. I mean, a million seconds is roughly about 12 to 13 days. You know what a billion seconds is? 33 years. It's considerably different. So it's like we throw around, if you had $1 billion, your life is you don't want for anything. It's like when you start, that's why people need to go on a journey and start looking inward and go, what happens after you have everything that you think is going to make you happy? House, car, boat, travel, whatever, all that shit. And then you look in the mirror and you go, I still ain't happy. You can drape yourself with diamonds until you do the internal work. I mean, but not many people get to that point in their life. So they're always wanting, I got to have the next car, the next house, the next bag. That's the game.
But some people enjoy the work. Some people enjoy their job. Some people enjoy investing. Just think of a person who invests. That person, that's the thing that they love to do. They like to invest. They like to watch the stocks. They like to see, oh, well, I'm good at this. Like some people like what they're doing. And thank God it brings them a level of income that's awesome. So they shouldn't be punished because they found the thing that they love or the work that they do brings them more money than a teacher. Because you decided to be a teacher.
Right. What I'm saying is that there is a certain percentage, there's the top 10 people in wealth in this world control somewhere between 70% of the capital. And you have to ask yourself why, if that's the case, why is there poverty? Why are people suffering? Why are we not working towards basic humanity? Because there's a certain level of people that want to control and power and elitism. So it's like, that's just until you do the inner work and and that's what we go back and forth on religion and being spiritual. To me, spiritual is doing the right thing. It's absolutely doing the right thing every time. Not, it's like if you have $1 billion and somebody needed $40,000, I mean, that's nothing, but it's like you have to, because you were lucky and because you got the opportunity.
Not lucky.
I mean, whatever your craft is and you were blessed to whatever you got. What is too much? At what case, what is too much?
I'm just saying.
How big does your house have to be? How many cars do you have to have? How many, to the point, that's why I like at Floyd Mayweather. You look foolish. You look absolutely foolish. You have 5 of the same cars and it's like, and you don't drive any of them. You can't drive them. You're an idiot. So it's just like.
But that's a different level of arrogance. Like we don't see anything that Beyonce and Jay-Z is doing. We don't see their house. We don't see their car.
Yeah, they buy ridiculous shit too. So.
But we don't. But they're not. There's a difference between arrogance of flossing it. But of course, if you got a certain amount of money, you're gonna live a different lifestyle. When you're out here flossing it, that's a different thing. And they are contributing to things. And we don't do our homework to say, oh, they gave this million to this, or that million to that, or that million to that. We're just so busy judging, like, well, they got this money. She doing all these concerts. Why she still doing? She should do the concerts for free. What? Why should she do a concert for free when she up at the crack of dawn rehearsing paying dancers, giving people jobs. Not only, and we don't think about the deeper picture that the light people get jobs, the tour bus people get jobs, the dancers get jobs, the background singers get jobs, the people at the venues get jobs. We don't see that the wealth that she's creating for other people. Not only her, and I'm just using her as an example, but we don't see the wealth that these people are creating just because they're not handing money to their cousin and stuff. We don't see the things that they're creating by doing a 50-city tour. So we got to take into consideration that these people are giving back in a way that we don't consider. So if you just tuned in, you're tuned into Looking for Love. We're here every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't even know how we got there, but sometimes I forgot we was on. This ain't even a segment. Oh, Lord. So anyway, we were just saying we pray for Travis and Leanna. Is that her name?
Yes.
We pray for the Hunters that it's love and not using somebody. We pray that he loves her forever and she loves him forever. Because again, like I said, this is not just about her. He could change his mind when he gets to a certain level of maturity, like, oh, this ain't the one for me. I don't really like her. Like, he happy right now because it's his first love. And that's what happens. You know, y'all know. You know, Lamar, you get that first piece. Oh, the skies open up. It could not be none better. Remember, I told you with my ex, I stayed way too long because I thought it was the best of the best until I got the better of the best. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. There's better?
Al, I let that man be.
Yeah, I agree, Al. I'm letting them be. I'm just saying that the internet is like, she using him and this and that and all of that. And at the end of the day, only time will tell. So let's get to our health and wellness segment. So we're going to our next segment, Beauty and the Bees. We give you a health and wellness tip of the week. And we tell you, this is our disclaimer, make sure you ask your doctor before you add anything to your diet or before you take anything away from your diet. These are just health and wellness tips that we share with you to take to your doctor to ask, would this be beneficial to me or am I allergic or whatever? Make sure y'all don't just be doing stuff. Lamar?
So, I'm always telling guys ways to boost their testosterone because your testosterone goes as you get lower. I say you get a bigger belly. Brazilian nuts are a cheat code, guys. I'm telling you right now.
I'm sorry, nuts just made me laugh.
Brazilian nuts.
No pun intended.
Yeah, it is the cheat code. So I'm gonna let that sit on your brain. So just 2 a day. I only recommend you eat 2 or 3 a day. So try it out. All right.
Okay. And my health and wellness tip of the week is if you have nerve damage, like I was having a lot of problems with my nerves, and I upped my amount of turmeric I've been taking, and it's really helping. Not only that, but I've been taking some more vitamins and stuff that my holistic coach told me to take. So if you want some more details, please send me a DM. But she did tell me to ante up on my turmeric, and I feel so much better. And another thing that I changed, I am not drinking. Listen, and this is no diss to nobody, but my water was Poland Springs, like cases and cases every day because we don't want to drink. I have not drinking Poland Spring in a month. I've been drinking just straight out the glass bottle water, like Saratoga Springs, and because that plastic is in that water, and we don't know how long that water is sitting. We don't know how much, because they say don't leave plastic bottles in the car. We do have to realize that these bottles of water have to be transported in the back of trucks, and they're not refrigerated. So those bottles in the back of hot trucks with our water in them, and I'm talking about I'm not just talking about the one company, maybe I shouldn't say their name, but all companies are transporting our water, and we wonder why we get 34 bottles of water for $6.98 from Walmart. Do you ever ask yourself that question?
Yeah, I told y'all with the clear cap is recycled water. It's toilet water that's been filtered over and over and over and over again. So
right. So you ask yourself that question: why are they giving us 32 bottles of water for $6.98?
I drink out. I put my glass bottled water into a copper thermos now and let it sit for 6 to 8 hours. So it does something, though copper does something to it.
So that's my health and wellness tip of the week. If you like this, again, you look at the bottom of the screen, there's a thank you button. Hit that thank you button, contribute, donate. We'll see you guys next week. Thank y'all so much for our numbers are growing. We really appreciate you when you are here. We cannot do this without you. I'm a Brita guy. That's what I wanted to know, if those water filters really work.
They do.
They do?
Mm-hmm.
I might get me one of those.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing one as well.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. So I haven't been getting the notifications. Oh, no. Check your settings. Check your settings for your notifications. So we will be here next week, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the New U Nation Network YouTube channel. We love y'all. We thank y'all. We could not do this without y'all. Share, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Go back and hit the bell for notifications so that you don't miss us when we come on live. And make sure to watch the Woman to Woman show on Monday. Make sure you check out Aftershock, our new show. Theo was our guest on there. It is healing. We are here all about relationships. So we'll see you guys soon. Peace and blessings.